Welcome everybody to a creator cut breakdown of the Farlands video. We are going to be dissecting the Farlands video. If you haven't seen it, basically we traveled 12 million blocks to get to the Farlands. I'm just going to explain what went into actually making it because I did cut out a lot in the final product. This is my secret second channel, so if you want to find more videos like this, then make sure to subscribe. The edit of this video specifically took over 16 hours. This was filmed over the course of 2 months and it was cut down to a reasonable size. Minecraft doesn't really want you to downgrade to a lower version every single time. It's just never intended. So the server crashed a lot. And one of the examples of when the server was crashing was around session 7 or session, whatever it's called, like session 4. I don't know. Basically, we were getting horses. The server going into this nether portal, we actually crashed the game multiple times. We had to go back and forth between different versions and saves and get all of the stuff back again. It was a nightmare. It was a long time. Like that clip was maybe like 5 seconds of me just showing like, yeah, it did crash here and there, but no, it crashed a lot. Also, when we were fighting the Ender Dragon, you might have noticed that the server crashed here as well. And the reason why it crashes is not because we killed the Ender Dragon. It's because Choof walked into a chunk banned chunk and crashed the entire server. It just so happened to line up with us killing the Ender Dragon. We had a bunch of different ways. Originally, we were going to tunnel through the nether using like a tunnel bore flying machine, but then we realized we could just go on top of the nether roof, so that was actually really funny. Then we needed some way to get to the Farlands, and we can't just walk because walking was extremely slow. We thought of horses, and if we could get the fastest horses in the game, get them to the nether roof in like 4 hours. Keep in mind, the server closes after a set amount of hours, and when it downgraded, the server reset all of the terrain. The animals all still were there. Like the horses were still there and stuff. But what if they died due to fall damage or something like that? So that's why I was super nervous about the horses dying. The issue is that the horses actually didn't die. They were floating in the water right here. When I get to the site, they were actually floating in the water. I didn't include this in the video because it was just so confusing. I still can't even wrap my head around it. Then I log off for maybe like 2 minutes to tell Bacon Waffles, yeah, everything's still good. Then I come back on and all the horses are gone. And so I didn't include that in the main video just because I thought it was just so confusing. Maybe they drowned, but I didn't see any of the saddles or anything like that. So honestly, I had no idea. What you guys didn't see in the actual video, we traded a bunch of diamonds with other people for name tags and saddles. I didn't include this in the actual video because it was a little boring. At this point, I was like bummed. I didn't think we were going to be able to do it. We had one more chance. I was super motivated. I got all the horses back again with the help of Bacon Waffles. And then they also despawned again on top of that. At that point, I was like, we're basically screwed. There's no way that we're actually getting to the Farlands. But then, kid you not, like 2 minutes right after that happened, I was sitting in a call with everybody and then Aeon just gives this amazing wisdom of just, can't you just duplicate items in this version? And then that starts the whole duplication glitch thing. I didn't include a lot of the flying, even though it took up the majority of the amount of time. There was nights where we'd stay up till like 3 in the morning, just flying to the Farlands. And it was so much fun because we were just chilling out, watching the TV show The Boys. I don't know if you've ever seen that before. It was a great entertainment for the journey. Originally, we were just right-clicking the firework constantly, but then we realized we can actually take our hand off the mouse for a really long time instead of constantly right-clicking, which was driving me insane. I think driving all of us insane. How we would do it was we would fly up to about Y2 to 3,000, which did increase the travel time by a little bit, but it kept our sanity in check. So this was the first time I actually introduced any animations in my video. I was actually planning on doing so much more animations, but I didn't have the time and we just couldn't make it work with the animator that I was working with. But yeah, the animation is so awesome. I love animation. It is so cool. This is all legit. This is an entire shulker box of used elytras. That was crazy to actually see the amount of progress that we actually did. We had multiple times where people were about to break their elytra and they would equip it just in the nick of time. So yeah, that would have ended the run entirely. Getting to 12 million blocks in the overworld was a crazy feeling. I also didn't include this in the video, but we were right next to a mushroom island. So I think like literally right over here, there was a mushroom island just chilling out. Apparently, if you go on the seed in that version to 12 million blocks in the overworld, you'll find a mushroom island. I don't know how practical that'll be, but that's pretty cool. And then it was all about regressing down to beta 1.7.3. And if you know anything about beta 1.7.3, it's notorious for like lagging and glitching, and it's really just, it's not a good Minecraft version. I personally love it. I actually had a whole playthrough of beta 1.7.3, and I was thinking about making a whole Let's Play series on the second channel, which I think I might do. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see a Let's Play series. This took around like 2.5 hours of setting up a server for a Minecraft version that's over 10 years old. We had to find out how to make a server that would host all of us, and that was crazy. We actually got everything working. And since you're out so many blocks, and this is such an old version, Minecraft has such a hard time calculating your position. The farther that you go away from spawn, the greater the offset of your camera position. It was extremely odd. I also skipped over a lot of this, but it was so nostalgic. Beta 1.8 was actually my first version ever playing Minecraft, so this was super nostalgic for me. I wish I included a little bit more of the beta experience in this video, but overall I really wanted to close out the video pretty fast. So this was a crazy feeling. I was hyping it up to my parents for a while. I was like, Mom, like getting to the Farlands, and like, yeah, sure. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They could see like how much me and 4C and Bacon were putting in, all the late nights and stuff. And what was funny was that they were right behind me when we actually got to the Farlands, so they were pretty hyped for me. That was a lot of fun. So here was the Farlands experience. That was honestly so insane. Just the gratification of getting somewhere that took so long. It's almost like the YouTube journey, you know, like your first 1,000 subscribers. It's almost like that. I actually made a second channel video, which you can find down in the description as well, exploring these Farlands. Anyway, that's about it for the Farlands breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more interesting questions, I'm thinking about doing more Q&As as well. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.